Alright, good morning, good morning. Before we get started, let me just go ahead and paste my link to everybody and then we'll review everything. But just give me one moment. Okay, so if you hear echo, I'm sorry. So I'll just get everything ready and then we will go ahead and do the analysis. But right now we're bearish for the day. So today's Tuesday, so we do have this imbalance right here. But we'll see how that plays out. We've already broken the 5-minute high that we would have wanted price to break and close above. So after 8:20, we just want an engulfing candle to go down, and that's pretty much it. All right. Alright, so let's kind of review. The daily chart shows us that we've broken yesterday's low, but we're currently a bullish candle, which could flip bearish, right? We could be going down here or liquidity up here, here, wherever. But so far, since we're bearish, let me go ahead and mark where the open was, right there. So I'll change the color of this and we will put it to purple. On a 4-hour, we see that it's a bearish candle. However, it has a very large bottom wick. And it bounced off the lows right here. So if we go on the hourly, currently bullish. This candle flipped, so the next candles could either go up or continue going down. Alright, so far, I do believe we're on the right side of the market. If we were to take a gold, if we were going to take a gold drilling entry, the first entry would be here, right here, right, with stops above here. So you enter on the 50% mark right here, right? That's your first entry, 2 pips, and take profit could be down here. The reason why take profit has to be down here is because midnight open is pretty much, yeah, there's no other entry, like there's no other like take profit, sorry. We can't use midnight open, and we could use yesterday's open actually. We could use it, well, today's open, which is over here. It's like a 7R. That's if your entry is gold drilling. If you're taking the gold entry, just regular entry today, then We have about 9 minutes before we could enter. Since price has already broken the 5-minute high and closed above it, we don't need price to close above it anymore. We could just take the first engulfing to go down. However, we do want price to be above the 50% line right here, right? This 50% line is basically from high of day to low of day. So we would like price to be up here, above this area here when we take it to go down. Stops will be the previous high, and we'll see how it goes. I hope you guys watched the video I sent out yesterday, because that video is very it gives you a different insight, basically. It helps you understand that none of these trades are connected, right? So if we lose today, you can't expect today to win, right? Even if you lose or win yesterday, you can't expect today to win or lose. The only thing you could really do is take the trade based on your statistics. You take the trade and you just wait for it to play out. Just like yesterday, I looked back at the chart. You needed to enter gold drilling 4 times to be profitable, because 3 of them were losers, and then the 4th one. So if you're risking 0.5, you were down 1.5%, and you took another 0.5, which is the maximum amount of trades I suggest with gold drilling, is to just take 4, and that one would have been profitable. You would have made a 5 point something R, which is 2 point something percent. I think it's like 2.5% or something. Well, no, you would have made slightly more than 2.5%, maybe like 2.7. But because you lost 3 trades prior, which would have been 1.5% yesterday, you would have only made 1%. Now, I didn't trade because I was sick. If you're not feeling good, then you probably shouldn't trade, because it's going to affect how you take trades. And you may mess up, right? So I just avoided trading yesterday in general. Today I haven't taken the gold drilling entry because I was setting up the stream when it's set up. But if you got in, win or lose, you're just going to do the same thing. There's no difference. I'm hoping price stays around here, and in 5 minutes we get a trade. We don't have any news until about 10 o'clock, I think. Well, so we just pretty much want to see a good engulfing. Alright, let's see. Alright, we're pretty much, I'm just starting my accounts up and everything because we have less than 5 minutes to go before we get a trade set up, so make sure you have your accounts open and everything. Okay. We have less than 3 minutes to go. Now, depending on how the setup looks, I may go half risk on the first trade, and if that loses, then I'll take another one. But because it's the first trade of the week, it depends on really how it looks. But I could possibly just go full risk, and win or lose, we're done for the day. We'll know if we're done for the day really early today, because we don't have to wait for price to close above anything. We've already closed above what we needed to close above. So I don't think we'll be here much longer past like 8:40 or something. I think we're going to get a setup soon. I I I don't know if I would consider this. So basically, like right here, the gold drilling, I do kind of consider, because it uses an ICT concept, but it's also like a supply and demand concept, which is based off of imbalances. And okay, so we're about to open up here, so we'll see how it goes. But I do consider it. It could be an ICT concept, it could not be. So I do consider the imbalance an ICT concept, but the way we enter our gold, our regular gold trade, is basically just engulfing candles. So I don't really consider it an ICT concept, because engulfing candles have always been there, right? And all we wait for is we find a directional bias, and we wait for a good. The price is rejecting really nice off this area. So if price gets down here, we obviously want to take it once price is inside this area. We want price to be above this 50% line. And we see here, this big move down here could mean that maybe we are bearish for the day, and it's gonna go down. Hopefully it doesn't like come back up here, because that will show it's really bullish, but we'll see. I'm going to have my account just ready to take a trade. Okay, so my account is pretty much ready. If we could get a bearish engulfing candle on this candle, or the next, maybe. But yeah, I definitely think the regular imbalance right here is also like an ICT concept, which is like the fair value gap. So I mean, that's just, whatever you look at it, whichever way, it's still the same thing. Okay, so I don't think we're gonna get an engulfing here. We have 7 seconds in this candle. Perhaps not. If we get an engulfing next candle, this would be good, but we may just see this candle push lower. But what I would like to see is another, maybe to go up and then another candle to go down like this. So gold drilling here is about to be on break even. So if you took gold drilling, you're putting break even probably like right now. Okay. Did any of you take any entries based on gold drilling today? Ah, I see, yeah. The 10 a.m. silver bullet it's been doing alright. The problem with one-to-one strategies, you kind of need a higher win rate, right? You need like 60% win rate, 70%. Because if you lose 3 times in a week, you're gonna be negative for the rest of the week, regardless, right? Because it's a one-to-one strategy. But if you take 2-to-1, and I know some people are taking 2-to-1 on the silver bullet, but the problem is that's not the strategy. You know, the ICT explained that it's a one-to-one strategy. You go for 5 handles, which is 5 points on S&P 500, not more. But some people still, you know, they go for 10, 20. And by going for more, they just lower their win rate. Okay, so gold drilling is currently, I would say it's currently break even. So if this loses, it doesn't matter. If it comes up here, it doesn't matter. If it keeps dropping, then it made around, because if you're risking 0.5 and your TP is here, I would like TP to be down here, but I think going for the safer TP is better. Since yesterday you probably lost a couple. This would almost be a 4-hour trade total, so it's worth taking the TP here. Okay, so we're still waiting. Now, if the next candle is an engulfing candle, our stop loss can't go above here. It has to go above here. Depends on how big this candle is. If this candle engulfs, then we could put stop loss up here for sure. Or a little bit above, because there's imbalance here, right? There's another imbalance here that price could mess around in before it goes down. Okay, I don't think we're gonna get an engulfing. We have 10 seconds in this candle. Yeah, not this one. Are any one of you in the gold drilling entry? So on the daily, what do we see? Price is rejecting on the daily, which is good. It has a bigger wick than candle body. We would like this candle to be bullish, and the next candle is engulfing. So gold drilling is pretty much, there's nothing you could lose on the gold drilling. So we would like to see price give us the engulfing above the 50% line. So if this candle is engulfing, we'll still take it, right? However, we have to be aware that we can't get a signal down here. Because this one appears right on the 50%, maybe we could take this one fine. Okay, so we may get a setup here. We would like it to be below this. It has to close at this area or below it, so if it doesn't, then we don't take it. Okay, so it didn't do it. It's fine. It's a good thing that price is playing around in this area, because what we could see is something pretty simple where it's gonna wick up before it continues going down. But hopefully we'll be able to get in the trade before it does that. Oh, you are in the gold drilling? Very nice. So you're on break even right now, right? Overall, this thing still looks bearish, right? It's not like it's kicking bullish, or the consolidation here just shows that it's very strongly bearish because it doesn't want to completely reverse yet. So unless we start seeing it start closing above these areas, I think we're still pretty good bearish. Now, I'm not sure if it's going to go all the way down to the bottom here, but we do have heavy news at 10, so by 10 a.m. price may be all the way down here, or after 10. Let's look at the 15-minute, what it's doing here. Okay. We may get a signal here, waiting, but this might be our confirmation here, depending on how this candle closes, right? We don't want a big wick like this. We want it to close firmly down here. Okay, never mind, it's flipped up. So unless it closes near the bottom side, we don't want to take this. Okay, so this is pretty good here. I'm going to go ahead and enter this trade if I could get an entry. Okay, I'm pretty much in the entry. My take profit should probably be a little bit higher. Actually, I think my take profit's fine. So my entry is right here. And win or lose this trade, we did everything we could. Okay. 2R will be right here. Well, technically it is right here, and 2R okay. So here's my trade setup, and just like that, we are kind of in a good spot. So how much is this? 1.25. You could move your stops to break even here. I don't think price should be returning up. So I'm going to go ahead and move my stops to break even. It's very close to TP. I may close it soon, depending on how far down it goes. Okay, we may get hit TP here, so let me see what the charts are doing. Okay, so for me it hasn't hit TP yet, but I may close here. Yeah, I'm closing right now. Okay, I closed. I hope you guys got in the trade as well. That was like probably the quickest trade we've had in weeks. Did you guys get that trade? It gave us a little bit of time to get in. It was quick, but it wasn't too quick. Yeah, that was a really good trade. Good job. It's like we haven't gotten one of those wins in like a pretty long time, right? But I think this trade, the reason why it worked was because it consolidated first before giving us an entry, and then as soon as it gave us the entry, it kept going down, which is why it worked, because we didn't take it in the consolidation. We took it right here as this candle opened. I mean, I'll watch the markets for maybe 10 more minutes then, in that case, to see if gold drilling hits TP. But I think we're done trading for the day. Like, we're not going to have another trade. It's already hit TP. You do have to be quick sometimes, but I hope my social trader was working there because I'm pretty sure it should be working. Okay, it is. Alright, okay, we're just watching right now. We may end the stream off earlier than usual because we took profit, and I think your gold drilling is at break even. So today was pretty much a profitable day regardless of if price reverses and touches the entry for the gold drilling, because we got a win on the gold miner. Now, for some reason, price may reverse back into here, maybe mess around with this imbalance right here, or it could even retest this imbalance before going down, but there is news at 10, sorry, so you still have a strong chance that price may continue going down. Before I close things off, I just want to talk about how you should approach your trading, mainly because if you lost any trades yesterday or maybe Friday or last week, you may have doubts taking a trade today, and you need to understand that yesterday's trade or last week's trade have no connection to what today's trade is going to do. They're not related in any way because the market is basically like, I heard someone define the market as chaos, which basically means we don't know, right? We don't know ultimately what's going to happen. We can only make assumptions based on what we've seen happen in the past, which is why we look for an edge based on what we've seen in the past happen. And we know in the past, for example, our gold setups with the engulfing entries have over 70% win rate. Sometimes it's around 80%, but I would say it's more around the 77 to 80%. It's not exactly 80%. And based on those facts, we can make trades like this, but that does not necessarily mean that it's going to win every time or that it's going to lose every time. You just have to place your trade and just wait. That's all you gotta do. We didn't know that price is gonna hit TP in 2 candles. We just placed the trade and we waited. But anyway, guys, I think I'll end the stream off here because we've pretty much completed our daily trade, and gold drilling is still going, but it's break even by now, so there's nothing we really need to watch. I want this short stream, so I will see you guys tomorrow. I hope you have a good day, and thank you for joining.